Hello everyone. Welcome back. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the finds and stories I bring here every week. Today I want you to settle in, pour the tea, sit back in that favorite chair, and let me take you on a short trip through time that ends in a number that will stop you in your tracks. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a small disc of metal, no bigger than a coin you might find in a pocket, yet heavy with story. It was struck in a kingdom halfway around the world more than a century ago, when kings still traveled with retinues and nations were carving new identities as the modern age arrived. This little coin passed through hands that counted rice, signed petitions, traded in markets, and carried memories. It lived through weather, wallets, pockets, and palm, and somehow, against time and use, survived. What makes a coin like this more than a trinket? First, it is a marker of change. The symbols stamped into its face are not random. They are deliberate choices made by rulers who wanted to say something to their people, to the region, and to the world. Every curve, every script, every crowned animal tells us who mattered then and what mattered to them. For a collector who has lived through decades and watched history fold into history, that symbolism resonates. It stirs something deeper than a market price. It connects to pride, to memory, to a sense that the objects we preserve are small anchors to a life well lived. Next, consider the craft. Coin making is a craft that balances art and engineering. The dies were engraved by hand, the planchets weighed and trimmed, and every strike required skill. When a piece survives with crisp detail, it is a direct, physical whisper from the artisan who made it. For those of us who appreciate good workmanship, who still admire a well-made tool or a carefully composed photograph, that whisper is irresistible. Now think about rarity. Many coins were made in large numbers, and many were meant for everyday use. Yet time is a filter. Circulation wears down surfaces, improper cleaning ruins patina, and accidents hollow out value. A specimen that keeps its original surface, sharp device details, and the right weight is a specimen that, through luck and care, became special. It is the difference between a photograph faded by sunlight and a portrait kept in the dark until the right hands find it. For the seasoned collector, spotting that difference is half the joy. That I want to share a little secret. The stories behind coins often move markets as much as the metal itself. Provenance can turn a humble piece into a legend. A coin once kept in a family chest and handed down through generations carries an intangible premium. Auctions do not only sell metal, they sell stories, and people are willing to pay to own them. When a collector buys not just a coin, but its story, they are buying a portable piece of history they can show their children and grandchildren. Now let's talk about inspection, because a good eye saves you money and finds treasures. First, check the rims and the lettering. Sharper rims and fully formed letters are signs of less wear. Look for the original luster, the soft sheen that lies in untouched fields and raised devices. It's the sign of a coin that spent less time rubbing in pockets. Beware of overly bright surfaces that look washed. Often that is the sign of harsh cleaning. Weight it if you can. A genuine piece will sit in the hand with an honest heft. If you are shopping in a market, ask about certificates or past auction records. A certified coin removes doubts for many buyers and for many estates. If you've ever hesitated at an estate sale, wondering whether an unlabeled box might hide a gem, that hesitation is normal. It takes patience and a little courage. Learn to ask simple questions. Where did this come from? Has it been cleaned? Do you have any other coins from this set? A gentle conversation often opens doors to more information than any magnifier could reveal. Now, after all that build-up, here's the moment many of you have been waiting for, the reveal that ties this little disc to something truly extraordinary. Imagine the coin I described, well preserved, with original surfaces, fully struck details, and steel-strong provenance, showing it passed through generations untouched. Imagine it submitted to a top grading service and emerging as a top-level certified specimen, a coin that not only tells history, but also stands as one of the finest known examples. In that perfect convergence of condition, rarity, and story, that single coin, a quiet survivor from 1897, can command a price that turns heads. For the right buyer, at the right moment, with the right story attached, that coin can be worth $1 million. That if you enjoyed this journey, subscribe so we can keep digging up these hidden histories together. Next video, I'll show you 3 practical tips to spot hidden gems at estate sales and flea markets. Simple things anyone can learn in less than 10 minutes. Thank you for listening, and may your next find be the one that tells your favorite story.